Alright, hello there, guys. This is me, Sean's the guy, Sean's Basics, and here I am drawing. I'm recording the audio afterwards because I can't put anything, I can't put any headphones or microphone inside of my tablet. Now, I'm only going to be working with one layer and this color right here. The color that I usually use is, as I can see right here, I'm waving it around. Right there. I usually use a color which is right there. Alright? Gonna be working with one layer, So it's nothing fancy. And what I usually do is I start with just doing a circle in that motion over and over again, twice, to create eyes, alright? See that? Eyes. All right, then you do the middle a little bit, and you follow the circle of the eyes. All right, you go. You follow the eyes. The eyes really help you. You just follow those lines, and then you just go down. You mold it. You don't need any line art for this kind of style. You just do that. You can see right there. I'm making a mouth. I'm molding it out, and now you have a mouth, and you have two eyes. I accidentally held it down for too long and I changed the color, so I gotta do that again. There we go. Making the forehead, I'm going to detail it a lot more. This is just the start. There we go. Getting all those little details in. You don't want it to be too, transparent. I don't know how to say it, but yeah. Now you just add all those little details. You don't want to make it too small too quickly. You want to ease it down. You don't go from big brush to small brush within a second. You have to ease it down. Every little detail you put in, you just gotta do it again and again with a bigger brush or a smaller brush. You always go smaller and smaller. All right, now you can see it's always good to see your work and see where it's at. And what I am doing is now I'm just creating shoulders that go all the way down because I'm going to just make the classic tall guy with long arms and long legs with ribs. Ribs are nice. So I'm going to be drawing some ribs. It's good to have them be perfect. It's good to have them very even. Ribs are pretty difficult, but if you want to make them not even, it'll just add to the effect. You can see right there, not even. See that? So there's an entire, basically, line that's missing. So I just undo. I click pretty fast, as you can see. I'm very fast. And then I just do that again, and I go just even, It's good if it's off just a little bit, but you don't want it to be so off that it looks horrible. All right, and I'm drawing all of this on my iPad, even though most of my drawings are done on my phone using this app called ibisPaint X. All right, very good and free app. I highly recommend it. Not sponsored, although I wish. It's a very good app. I don't use a stylus pen as well. I draw with my finger, but I prefer my phone as it's a smaller screen, There we go. Adding some pelvis bones to make it look as if he's very skinny, which means he's very hungry, which means you're his next meal. And he's looking straight at you. Look at that. All those little details. Now it's time to go thinner, which means more details. More details is always better. But I'm not going to be drawing too long, as I don't want to absolutely take my time with this, as that'll take so much storage and so much space on my tablet that I'm going to have to delete this one afterwards, after I'm done uploading it. Now, there we go. You can see just adding more and more detail where you think it's going to be needed. There we go. This is the nose, you know, you just add a little bit line down, and it's an open nose, which means it's basically rotted off or something. And now I'm making webbing, which means like it's like the flesh is like melting off or so decomposed that it's sticking to other parts of his flesh. Very fun to do. It's good to make him look skinny, but not too skinny. You gotta have some flesh on him, as it's a very fleshy, leathery, skinny texture. It's very unnerving, and it takes time to practice. All right, if you're taking a while to do this sort of style, just know that you'll get there. All right, it's okay. Oh damn. Okay, I accidentally clicked the top of my screen a couple times. No worries. Now I'm just adding the inside of the mouth. Nothing fancy. And here comes the blood. Blood is nice. Don't want it to have too high opacity, but enough. Blood is good. You know, you don't have. It's good to be generous, but because it's a very dark red, you don't have to be careful. You can add it outside the lines or whatever. You don't have to be careful. You see, I'm not really careful about it at all. I'm just messing around. But blood is very nice. Extra blood is extra good. But after you're done adding all this blood, it's good to add some more lines afterwards. All right. Add some more lines of detail. Yeah, there we go. You can see that. You can see some blood outside of the lines and stuff. But that doesn't matter. We're just having fun. And see, now it's time to do the details outside of the blood. So the blood has its own features, but the skin is its own feature as well. So it's not all too blended in. You see that? So the flesh is like outside of the blood. See? It's very nice. But you don't have to do all of it. There's just like some parts. So it's not all blended in, but some of it is. You don't have to do all of it, but it's good to add some extra details here and there. Good to go thin. Make sure that it's all there. Looking good. Looking nice. And don't worry, we're going to be doing teeth as well, which is going to take some time as well. These aren't teeth. This is just the details of the jaw. There we go. All right. Now we're doing lighting. It's good to know where the lighting is coming from. This time it's coming from the left side. So you just do some lighting on the left side of the body. You don't have, this is not really like a really hardcore drawing. It's just a 17-minute drawing. But lighting and shading is very important. And it adds that extra sense of realism. See that? After this, we're going to add some shading as well. Good to go thin lines. Thin lines is very nice. There we go. Going a little bit brighter. You can't see the brush when it goes below 4 pixels. You can see the PX on the bottom, which is the brush size, and the brush on the line on the left, on the right, is the opacity. If it goes below 4, you can't see the outline. Whoops. All right. Now we're doing the eyes. All right, they're gonna look a little bit better later. All right, this is just the shape, okay? This is the shape of the eye. It's looking a little bit derpy, but that's fine. This is the liquify pen. You expand it, so it's expanding it. See that? Big. And now you move it a little bit to the left and right, you know, so it's not looking at you. It's like, look, it's looking past you. I learned this from a Darian Quilloy. I forgot how to pronounce his name, but he's a very nice guy. And he's a very good artist. Highly recommend him. And it's good to add a couple lines here and there, bright lines, to make him look more glossy. I learned that from him as well. I learned a lot from that guy. He's a very good artist. I'll actually link him in the description. I'll link his Instagram. Great guy. Great artist. Sorry, I'm stretching. But you add these lines here and there. Yeah, you see? 4 pixels. 3.9, you can't see it. 4 pixels, you can't see it. But it's good to add glossy lines of white or whatever to make it look like he's been in the rain a little bit. He's probably been in the sewers and he's now stumbled upon your house. Or just he's a fleshy guy that's decomposed a little bit. You know, it's fun. Just making it more glossy. One eye is bigger than the other, but I don't really care. This is just this is my second video. Nothing fancy. Something to help people that need a little bit of assistance with art. If you have any more questions, you're always welcome to ask me in the comments, and I'll be sure to try to help. But you add these lines to like I forgot what it is, but you'll get the feel of it. I really don't know. Maybe I'll try to explain it a little bit better in another video, because I'm clueless as to how to do it. I forgot to detail the left thing also. There we go. Accidentally did that. Accidentally did that again. There we go. Now we're shading. It's going to be sad because you're going to have to get rid of a lot of detail that you put in. Fucking hell. This is why I throw my phone. So the eyes and everything is going to look a lot better and more realistic afterwards. Because now you're going to have to turn it upside down and detail it so it looks like it's like popping out. This eye's popping out of the body. Shading. It's adding a little bit of a shadow. See that? It's looking pretty good. Now it's okay. You can just add more lighting as well to make it look a little bit better. There we go. Little bit here and there. Looking pretty nice. And more lines here and there. Something that might be needed. Here we go. Looking pretty good. Well, that's pretty bad. There we go. That's looking pretty bad, but I'll make use of it with the brush tool. It'll still look a little bit glossy, but not so much. Now we're gonna be doing teeth. I'm not gonna go fancy or something. I'm just gonna make the most basic of teeth, which is just lines of yellow-ish gray, which goes down a little bit, and then you put some blood on it and shade it, and there you're finished. Teeth aren't as difficult as people might think. It's just this. It's just that. There we go. Oh, that's too bright. There we go. It's a little better. There we go. Fuck. This is why I draw on my phone. Again, my phone doesn't do that. My tablet is a bit shit, but it's okay. There we go. It's not the best, but it could be better. But it could also be worse. Now we're just adding a couple more lines here and there to cover up those horrendous teeth and just making him look more fleshy here and there in details that matter. Going up and down. You know, he's not the best, but it's something. Fuck. Gotta change the color again. There we go. Going up and down here and there. And fuck it, I'll add more teeth on the bottom jaw. There we go. Not so bad. Could be worse, could be better, but you know, I don't really care. He's not looking bad. All right, now we're filtering. First, we use. Oh yeah, before we filter it, we're gonna have to do some lighting. Fuck. we're gonna do some lighting. See that? We're gonna add a source of light, which is from the left. All right, but you're gonna have to change the opacity of the layer, which you just click that and you just change the opacity, and then you just erase where you don't want the brightness to be, like the nose, the eyes, the mouth hole, you know, things that you don't really want to be shaded. Side of the body, you know, which isn't really touching darkness, so it doesn't really make sense of why it would be lighting up. You can see I'm really going out the lines, but, you know, I'm just rushing it now. But I just use a liquify pen and I just move it, you know, fuck it. Sure, why not? And then when I'm finished, I use the blur tool, and I go up and down, just blurring it a little bit because I'm not really caring. And now, you change the opacity a little bit, and then you mesh the two layers together. Merge them down. Then you filter it. Unsharp mask. I usually use 3. And then strength, it varies, okay? It varies to whatever. I'm just going to use that one. Then I go to adjust color. Brightness and contrast. The brightness, it varies. You know, make that. And the contrast, it varies as well. Just whatever you like. Whatever you think fits it. And we'll just go there. Then color balance. You want to go more on the blue side and more blue. You just go cyan and blue because it looks, I don't know, but it just looks, it makes it better. Then you go back to blur, which is moving blur. That's too much. There we go. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Maybe 5. Yeah, that's better. And then zooming blur and make sure that it's zooming towards the face or somewhere near the face. And then you go back to unsharp mask. And then radius 2, a lot less. And then there you go. Finished drawing. And that's all you need. I hope that helped. Have a good one. You can see that I'm watching a video right here, which was pre-recorded on my tablet, put on my computer, and now I'm recording the audio on my computer, as I can't just record the audio live, unfortunately. Well, I hope you enjoyed. Have a good one. See ya.